to live, but I want to get on here and talk to you about something, and that's called rejection. At one point in life, everyone has either dealt with it, dealing with it, or will deal with it in the future. And this is something that God showed me in scripture regarding this specific issue. And that is in Mark chapter 6, Jesus was employing the apostles to go out and preach a gospel and spread a message. But he also gave them this warning that there are going to be people who won't agree, won't like you, and won't welcome you. But here's the solution that he gave them, is that you simply have to stop, reflect, wipe your feet of the situation, and keep going and keep doing what you're supposed to do. I'm going to encourage you to do that very same thing. Don't allow the disagreement, the denial, or the opposition that you may face to keep you from moving forward and to push you into a rut and to think low of yourself, but simply reject rejection and keep it moving. All right, hey, spread this message, keep it going, and remember to reject rejection.
I think when you reject rejection, you actually open the door for yourself to be more engaged and more focused and just be more present. Now, when we say reject rejection, we're not talking about rejecting rejection as in ignoring the issue. But what we are saying is that you reject rejection by actually dealing with the root that may cause rejection to spring up. Dealing with rejection is hard, and it's hard work, but it is so worth it because of the end result. And this is why it's important to enjoy your process. Whatever process God has you on, it's important that you just enjoy the process. Sometimes we try to rush through things and get to the end result when really God wants to take us through this whole adventure, through a big journey for us to realize who we are in the midst of the process. A good friend of mine once told me that going through a process is one of the most beautiful but yet painful things you will ever go through. It's painful because you may have to go back in time, dig up roots that you really don't want to dig up, find out things about you that you never knew, find out things about yourself that you never really knew that you had. When you actually take the time out to confront and deal with the things that may contribute to rejection, yes, it's going to get scary. It might be painful, but at the end of the day, it's for your benefit. When you deal with those things, you start to actually receive freedom, and not the type of freedom that is only momentary, but the freedom that's everlasting, the freedom that enables you to do whatever it is that God calls you to do, without feeling the weight, without feeling the struggle, without feeling the burden, and without feeling the responsibility that you have to do things in order to please others. Oftentimes, we make dealing with rejection just a little bit too difficult. It's already difficult for us in the first place. When you're able to deal with rejection, you finally have the revelation that when you go back in the past and deal with these things that have hurt you, that have caused you pain, that have caused you trauma, the only difference is you're not doing this by yourself. You're finally able to handle things and confront things with God. When you're able to handle things with community and with God, you realize that this is never about you in the first place. Somebody else needs your freedom. Somebody else needs your peace, and somebody else needs your resolve. Like I said in the beginning of this whole series, we're all in this together. At some way, shape, or form, we struggle with some sort of rejection. Whether you like it or not, we all have to deal with it. But it's all about how you come out of it. So be encouraged. There's a process awaiting you. Deal with it, confront it, but enjoy this process, because this is one of the most important journeys you will ever go on. And when you finally endure and persevere through that process, you'll obtain a freedom that will blow your mind. Don't let up, keep moving forward, and remain confident in Him, because God will always have your back, even in this season. Peace.